Hey you guys, Coach Liz here. All right, as a metabolic health coach, I like to empower you to become the best version of you health-wise. Now, metabolic health really comes down to your visceral fat. When you can not only be at a healthy weight, but more importantly, have low visceral fat, that means it's giving your organs room to breathe and heal itself. Your cells, this is at a cellular level. So your cells are absorbing those nutrients more. Your body is just running more smoothly, just like a car, right? Just it's a tune-up. And so we talked about some symptoms of metabolic dysfunction of starting out with just low energy, brain fog, weight around your middle section, hard time balancing your blood sugar, maybe sweet cravings, and then it moves into more serious symptoms like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, heart disease, all of those things that really are correlated with that visceral fat. So what do we do about it? Over the next several weeks, we're going to be talking about these habits that are going to make a difference, not just in your weight loss, but your overall metabolic health and help you to feel better longer. So the high five habits is just like a check that I like to do. I do it every day. How am I doing in these 5 areas? I'm very conscious of these habits when they start slipping because it's so much easier just to course correct than starting all over again. And so as you do that high five habit check, I want you to think about it every night before you go to bed. How did I do today with these 5 habits? What am I going to do different tomorrow? Because the only competition you have is with yourself, becoming a better version of you than you were the day before. So what are these high five habits? I'm going to run through them, and then over the next 5 weeks, I'm going to touch on each one. So the first one is balanced nutrition. The biggest thing with your metabolic health is learning to balance your blood sugar, because blood sugar is correlated with how your body uses energy for fuel. And so learning to balance your blood sugar depends on whether your body is going to store fat or burn fat. So we're going to talk about how to balance your blood sugar by small balanced meals. The second one is hydration, making sure you're well hydrated. Your cells are hydrated. There's so many benefits to good hydration. So we're going to touch on that. Also, exercise. Muscle is important for metabolic health because your muscle helps you balance your blood sugar. So we're going to talk about how to build more muscle even without increasing your exercise, or if you're not exercising, how to get started with that. So exercise is an important aspect. Also, sleep. Did you know your body repairs and even burns fat most when you are sleeping? And so getting into a good sleep routine helps your stress level, your inflammation, and your blood sugar balance. It helps your overall metabolic health. And the fifth one is your mindset, because we can work on our habits all day long, but if we're not in a good place with our mindset, that is very powerful. How you react to stress or emotions like boredom, excitement even, maybe you're lonely or depressed, those kind of things tend to emotional eating. And so often we're trying to cover up those emotions. So if we don't recognize how we currently manage emotions, but learning also how to manage that stress and manage our emotions better, it reflects better metabolic health. So we're going to touch on those high fives. So I want you to ask yourself, how are you doing in those 5 areas of health? Do a high five check every day. Start getting in the habit of being aware of those habits. Your nutrition, your balanced nutrition, your hydration, your exercise, your sleep, and your mindset. So ask yourself, how am I doing? What do I want to work on to improve over the next few weeks to become more metabolically healthy? And stay tuned because we're going to cover all 5 areas of those high five habits. All right, have a great day.